we're going to do 5 rounds of tensies.
I already apologize for my accident.
And it is going to look like this. So bent leg raises. So
Let me jump squats.
here. Okay, there.
The break.
Bent leg raises. And then we have
Cross plank?
X plank.
We're gonna walk it up.
Yep. Okay. So we reach back opposite foot.
30 bicycles.
10
times. Are we through the first
Yes.
round?
We just
Everything's
said
tens. Okay. 5 rounds of 10s for each one of those. Commandos. These are especially heinous.
Who wrote that?
1, 2, 3.
Five blocks.
Yep. Or suicides, as I call them. Then sit-ups. The easy part. Oh, I gotta scoot that towards him. Okay, here are sit-ups. You can do, actually you might break it. Do something different instead of do butterfly. Like this.
30 more bicycles.
So, you do 5 rounds. You have 10 of each one of those.
20
That's the core.
Yeah, I had not thought about, but that is absolutely true. We'll just leave that right there. All right, looks like everybody wants to start on the mat. We'll start on that.
We got a little bit of everything going on here. I was rolling around.
Robin's ready for her legs to get small.
Is it that time already? Last minute so fast.
Shoulders back and down, chest open and lifted. Clear your head, focus on your breath. I'll tell you. Let's see if we can find a happy medium in the volume there. Remind me after class, please, and I will look again to see if I have any way to check on him. Because, yeah, that's odd that he's not here. Right hand down, curl it overhead. Let's switch to the other side. Oh. Let's take it back to the right, and we're going to reach out. Switch to the other side. And release that and reach out in front of us as far as we can. Let's walk our hands back into center. Shoulders back and down, chest open and lifted. take our left leg out straight, right leg is bent. We're going to curl down over that left leg. Let's bring it back up, and we're going to switch to the other side. So put the bent leg wherever it's comfortable for this bent knee. You don't have to be right up in, but just make sure that you're comfy in it, pulling on those toes if you can. We'll release it back up. Left leg's out straight again, crossing that right over. Right hand comes back behind us, elbow to the outside of the knee. Half Lord of the Fishes. Yes. I'll have to dig a little. Yes. And I'll have to dig a little deeper to figure out where the rest of the fish is. So, switch to the other side. Or the rest of the Lord. This absolutely qualifies as one of those that, yeah, I really don't know where they got the name. It's it's lost in translation would be my guess. Because all of the pose names come from what the original language was. The poses were named in the original language, and then you translate it to English to be what the pose names that I quote to you guys. All right, let's bring it back. We're going to make sure we're crossing that other leg. So the leg that we didn't have in front, we're going to put in front. And we're going to reach out in front of us as far as we can. Did any of that just make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I spent about an hour and a half on a Zoom meeting this afternoon with the horse people.
That's a good question. That's a nice thing to that's a good question.
Lock it back in.
On the Zoom conferences, just over the top.
Shoulders back in. Yeah.
Just move on.
That is said a lot. That is said, but yeah. You know what that is? So when people say that, that's them stalling to think of an answer. All right, let's bring it all the way up. To mountain.
Kristen Reich just goes,
Or to say they're paying attention.
Right. Okay. My head is totally cut off, so we're going to have to move this back. Doggone it. See if we can get, I don't know, they might like me headless. Let's take it into upward reach. Oh, warm air coming through. Yeah. Bring it down to chair. Upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Forward fold. Let's step back into our plank, leading with the right foot. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Come to a neutral spine and push back into downward facing dog. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. Switch to the other side. Both heels down. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. And switch to the other side. Let's walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. Release down into chair. And upward reach. And garland. And upward reach. Forward fold. Stepping back with the left foot into our plank. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Come to a neutral spine. We're going to take our right arm and left leg out. Switch to the other side. Release it back to the center. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. Left heel or right heel up into the air, high as we can, sorry. And switch to the other side. Both heels down. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. Switch to the other side. Both heels down. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. And chair. Upward reach. And garland. Upward reach. Forward fold. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. Switch to the other side. Both heels down. Step back into our plank, leading with the right foot. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Right arm and left leg come out. We're going to bring our elbow to our knee. And out. And in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last time in. Out and hold. Switch to the other side. Bringing it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last time, in, out and hold. Release it back to the center. Let's push back into downward facing dog. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. And switch to the other side. Both heels down. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. Switch to the other side. Both heels down. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. And chair. Upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Forward fold. Stepping back. Not yet. Right foot up in the air, high as we can. Left hand stays down. Bringing that right arm back up. Up behind us, up to the ceiling. Right hand comes back down. Right leg comes down. Left leg goes up. Left arm goes up. And bring them both down. Stepping back into our plank, leading with the right foot. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Come to a neutral spine. Right arm, left leg. We're going to bring it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last time, in, out. Release it down. Switch to the other side. Bringing it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last time, hold, and release to center. Round into the cat, and down into the cow. Neutral spine. We're going to take our right leg back behind us. Bring that right arm up. Shoot that left leg out, come into our rock star. We're going to bring it back to our box. We're going to reverse that. Left leg goes back behind us. Left arm shoots up to the ceiling. Push those hips up. Shoot that right leg out. And we'll release it back into our box. And we'll push back into downward facing dog. Good job. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. We're going to swing all the way on through into our low lunge. We're going to cartwheel up into warrior two. We're going to turn both feet out to a 45-degree angle and drop into our sumo squat. For those who didn't get to enjoy this on Saturday. Going to bring hands to center. And we'll go all the way up. Back to sumo. Back up. And to sumo. Back up. And to sumo. Up. Sumo. Last time. Up. down into sumo. And we'll release into warrior two. Back arm swings through to warrior one. Low lunge to down dog. Big breath here. Left heel up into the air, high as we can. And we'll swing all the way on through into our low lunge. We'll cartwheel up into warrior two. Front leg's bent, back leg straight. That being said, now both feet go to that 45-degree angle and we drop into our sumo squat. Hands come to center. We'll take it to upward reach and back to center. Reaching up and down and up and down and up and down. Last time up and back to center. Back to warrior two. Back arm swings through to warrior one. Low lunge to down dog. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. Switch to the other side. Both heels down. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to the T, all the way up into upward reach. And chair. And upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Forward fold. Right leg comes up behind us, high as we can. Left hand stays down. Right arm shoots up. Remember what we talked about. Squeeze the butt cheek of the leg that's up in the air to try to stabilize. We're going to release it back down and switch to the other side. I'm looking straight down right now because I'm not balancing well enough to follow my top hand. If you can, follow your top hand. But I'm not quite there tonight, Jana. Release it back to center. And step back into our plank, leading with the left foot. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Come into a neutral spine. Right arm and left leg come out. Knee to elbow. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last time. In. Out. Hold. And switch to the other side. Bringing it in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out and hold, sorry. No warning. Release it back to center, round into the cat. And down into the cow. We're taking that right leg back behind us. Right arm's gonna shoot up. Left leg shoots out into our rock star. We'll release it back into our box and switch to the other side. Left leg coming back behind us. Left arm comes out. Right leg shoots out. Release it back into our box. Round into the cat. And down into the cow. Let's push back into our downward facing dog. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. We'll swing all the way on through into our low lunge. And we'll cartwheel up into warrior two. I'm gonna get that one of these days. Both feet come into that 45-degree angle, drop into our sumo. Hands come to center. And we reach up and back to center. Up. A little bit lower. Up. A little lower. Up. A little lower. Up. This time we're going to bring it down to the floor. Back to center. And release into warrior two. Back arm swings through warrior one. Low lunge to down dog. Good job. Left heel up into the air, high as we can. We'll swing all the way on through into our low lunge. Cartwheel up into warrior two. Bring it to sumo. Hands come to center. And we'll take it up and back to center. And up. A little lower. Up, low, lower, up, low, lower, up, low, lower, up, and we're going to take it down to the ground. Back to center. And we'll release into warrior two. Back arm swings through to warrior one. Low lunge to down dog. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. And switch to the other side. Both heels down. Let's walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. Release down into mountain. Whew. Okay, back into our upward reach. going into forward fold. Step back into our plank leading with the right foot. We're going to take it to a low push-up hold. And we'll release on down to the mat. Hands come back behind us, raise our hands and our heels. Out to a T. Release all the way on down. We're going to bring our right hand in by our chest. Press over towards that left arm. We're going to switch to the other side. Let's release it back to the center. This time we're going to get a 90s field goal position. Right hand comes in by our chest. We're going to press over towards that left. And field goal on the other side.
This is more intense.
Yes, it is. And I can tell I have not done it lately. Yeah, I can't roll over near as far on this one. That's why we got to keep talking. I'm fogging up my glasses, to be honest. Let's release it back to center. Press up into cobra. And sit back into our child's pose.
Just plain squishes them, Dan. What say you go with your...
Right? He'd be red as a beet. All right, let's release into our box. Let's bring that right foot forward and between our hands. We're going to pop that left leg up into our low lunge, and we're going to push back. We're going to drive back. Oh, thank goodness! I thought we weren't doing anything. Push back through those back toes, stretching that calf out. Let's release it back to low lunge. Drop that back knee down. I don't have any towels out, of course, for for the day we're gonna use them. Oh no, you keep. I'm fine. I have fuzzy socks that I will use in lieu of a towel. Put your fuzzy sock underneath that back. And keep that front knee out about a 90-degree angle. And I also need to pull hers out because we haven't done it in so long. Hopefully that will work for my knee. Got it? Everybody got their, reach for that back foot. Front arm comes out. I was trying to do this the other day without bringing my front arm out. And I found that it was much more difficult for me to have my hand down here and not have my counterbalance out here. I guess. Right, exactly. All right, let's release that. So I was thinking about doing shoulder stand tonight, but I think we might save that for next Tuesday. Straighten that front leg out in front of us. Hinge down. Oh. I think we may do a little more hammy attention instead. Sit back into that stretch a little bit. Make sure you're still breathing, not holding that breath. Leg is straight, engage that quad, keep that leg straight. And bring it back to that 90 on the back leg. Moving that stretch down our hamstring. I know, we'll eventually get out of there, I promise. Janet says, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
When you like start telling the story.
All right, let's release and transition into pigeon. I got a good one going. All right, let's release out of that, and I'm going to come back. Both hands to the inside of our foot, and we're going to push those hips down towards the mat. I've neglected our hip flexors lately. And mine have been telling me, hey, you've been forgetting to do this. All right, let's release that. We're going to bring it back to box. We'll bring that left foot up in between our hands. Move your fuzzy sock to the other knee. We're going to reach back for that back foot. That right arm. Awesome. That's big progress. That's really good. My progress doesn't usually happen in that big of a jump. Good job.
She's super young.
There you go. Oh, that's helped. That definitely helps.
You are super young, don't you? On my perspective, for sure.
Did you try it without the hand? And it's harder, isn't it? All right, let's release that. And straighten that front leg out in front of us. 90 on the back. Come on down. Keep breathing. Now's definitely the time to tell a story. Exactly. All right, let's sit back into it. All right, we'll bring it back to a 90 on that back leg. Let's transition into pigeon.
Hallelujah for us. Moving on to the pigeon.
Oh, Kathy, those are fun shoes. Those are fun shoes. Kind of have a bowling feel to them. I like it. Let's release that. We're going to come back to a 90 on that front leg. Kind of, sort of. For a minute, both hands come to the inside of our foot. Now we're going to bust past that 90 and push those hips down towards the mat. right, let's release that. Come back into our box. Move your fuzzy sock out of the way and push back into downward facing dog. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. And we'll drop that right hand down our right leg, curve it over. Lift down that right leg. And we'll circle that arm all the way down, follow with the other, up into upward reach. Left hand comes down that left leg, right hand curls overhead, look down that left leg. Go, right arm drops down. And left hand follows all the way around into upward reach. And let's drop both hands down by our side. We'll drop our head over to the right. Left hand pushes away. I'm going to circle all the way over to the left. Right hand pushes away. We'll circle it back to the right. And left hand pushes away. Don't let those helper shoulders get in there. Circle back over to the left. Left hand pushes away. Apparently my right side has been carrying all of my tension. Release back to the center. Big sweep into upward reach. And down into mountain. Legs against the wall. It's that time now. For real. Here we go. They knew exactly what to do. Like, we're good. We got it covered. Man, I can't believe I forgot to put towels. It's just arms out to a T. I was so engrossed in my conversation with Tiffany because she texted me last night. Said she's doing some bicycling challenge, 250 miles in a month, and wanted to buy a bike. And was asking me about that. And I was so excited. Because, you know, I always get very excited when people get into biking. Because it's so fun. Legs out wide.
Somebody was selling a recumbent bike that they use for bike across America for like $250.
Oh, wow.
And I don't need one.
That is a really good price. I don't think I could do a recumbent bike.
It looked nice.
Mom.
Sit.
That's what.
Mm-hmm.
You can have that one on. Okay. And we can have like this.
Oh, yeah. I always think of, I think it was Bill Tooney. He was a professor at K-State who used to ride one. And he would ride it to campus every day. That's his work vehicle. He rode in all kinds of inclement weather. Now there's a guy in sociology, I don't know what his name is, but he rides in stuff I wouldn't even think about getting out in. And I'm like, holy smokes, you're a better person than me.
As a kid, we used to bike 5 miles a day, if not 10, 15, 20 miles a day. And we were just on a little, grade school no-speed bike.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, no, you couldn't have forced me out today. I was like, I'm happily taking my back tire off and getting on the trainer. It was definitely a day for the trainer. That was good. But anyway, I told her, because I said, well, is this something you're just doing for the challenge, or are you wanting to start writing? Because they're very different purchases, Yeah. Oh, it's like 8 miles a day. It's like, oh, no, that's not. But you can do it if you're just doing that challenge, then a Walmart bike's going to be fine. But if you actually
Want to keep going?
Yeah.
Walmart bikes are just on sale for $80.
Right. And that's my point, if it's a one-time deal. And they're probably not going to, because they wouldn't hold up. Bring them back together. You're going to drop both legs over to the right. It wouldn't hold up to a daily 20, 30 mile ride, more than likely. And it's not going to be as comfortable. It's not going to be as easy shifting. It's just, yeah. So I suggested the Miltonville
Judy, go. No.
Bike Shop and then Brew Bros. Let's switch to the other side. No, she was thinking that she was going to want to Well, that's kind of what I was just thinking, is that the $80 Walmart bike might be the way to go to gauge how much you think that you might. Yeah. Well, and that's what I told her. I said, it's a shame I don't have my other bike here still, or you could borrow it and kind of get that sense of, before, so you don't put any money into it, you can kind of see if you're going to like it or not. Let's go back to center. Of course, me, I think everybody will get on the bicycle. You're going to love it. I think Nikki would have kept at it if she had had more time. She just kind of struggled for finding time to go.
There's a lot of really pretty trails.
Yep. Huh?
There's a lot of pretty trails you can take. bike run.
Let's bring the soles of our feet together, drop those knees out.
Turn that.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's take it out wide again. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. See, Rodney and I were talking about that too, because it's like, yeah, because he was saying that Tyler does not want to ride on Broughton Road. And Rodney and I talked about that. Yeah, you can load your bikes up, and there's lots of places that you can go where there's hardly any traffic and everything. But I'm like, I don't want to do that. Right. Yeah, that would have been me too. I'm like, oh, I could suck it up through the rock for a little bit. All right, let's bring it back together. Mm-hmm. And no matter how slowly I go on that rock, I'm probably not going to add a half hour to the process. You know, if I'm riding. I don't mind if it's not real big rock, you know, the bigger. Navigate through, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it hasn't been kept up since. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, have you been to Morganville lately? They're building two bridges on the way in. They're repairing the two bridges on the way into town there. And they've got a similar sort of situation there, a detour going around. But yeah, it's rocky and washboardy. A good time. A lot of fun to ride on that. East side. Mm-hmm. Well, and I knew we had seen in the summer the signs that they were getting ready to do that. And so I was like, oh yeah. Last breath here. Tuck our knees to our chest. Roll it to the side. To the right. Turn it face the center of the room. Wow. Coming to our seated staff. Hands come to center. Namaste, ladies. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see y'all on Saturday.
It's big KSU, KU battle,
Oh, that's right. Sunflower Showdown. Round
It's